here it is. I'll show you some cool things about this whole thing. We are going to maintenance this thing from top to bottom post break-in period. It is right at 20-ish hours. It's recommended that after the first 20 hours, everything kind of sits in where it needs to be, and all the stuff that kind of happens to the oil during the motor's break-in period needs to come out. What we're going to do is change the oil and change the gear lube, and then we're going to talk about everything else that has happened with my experience in the motor thus far. First off, for the gear case, we're going to be using SA90 gear lube from Mercury. We're going to run all kind of OEM stuff. And we're also using 2540 4-stroke Mercury. This is recommended by the tech, a oil filter, because this is pretty much a tiny little car motor. And because that thing is tucked really inside the motor, we got a little cap. We have an extension and a ratchet. We'll be using that to extract the other one and put this one in. When we have Startron, I recommend you that it was recommended you run all this stuff because the motor is an EFI motor. It's not just a 4-stroke, it's an EFI motor. Super efficient. And because of that, the gas tanks last forever. And because of that, you need to counteract the ethanol or you'll have problems later. We'll also be using Quick Clean. This is also by Mercury. We're gonna run a cycle by this. Mercury also makes their own fuel cleaner, just like Startron and enzyme treatment, but I don't have it with me. This is recommended by the tech to run post break-in period. And so it's like 1 ounce per every 5 gallons. So, I mean, I'm literally gonna add 1 ounce to my tank. Not this one, but when I dump it in when I put this motor back on my boat, I'll be adding it. Also need a pump kit, which is, we'll show you exactly how to use this, but it attaches right into the cord itself. All right, let's start this thing. Let's get it going. No, shit. The water. You can see that it's 18.5. That's the hour meter. I had this on my Amazon store. Link is in the description below. But very nice to have. Very nice to monitor. You're supposed to do 20, it's at 18.5, but I had it out initially for at least 2 hours, so we're right between 20 and 21 hours total. I didn't put that thing on until the second time I went out with the motor, so it is ready for maintenance. It took about 4 filled gas tanks, 4 6-gallon gas tanks to break in 20 hours on the boat. So 4 gas tanks lasted 20 hours on this motor, just to give you an idea of how fuel efficient it is. And you know, it wasn't me just trolling around, it was me like openly gunning and planing the motor, planing the boat. But what we're gonna do is we're going to wait for about 5 more minutes for this motor to warm up completely, for the engine oil to get fairly hot, so when we go to drain it, it'll just kind of flow right out. All right, so we're good. We should take the oil cap off. I think it's going to, let's hope it just kind of drizzles into the pan. I knew you would do that. Right. Some complicated stuff happened here, but I anticipated that. That's all right. Now, damn it. Okay. I'm pouring a little bit in here, not to fill it up, but because I know the oil will soak into the filter. And that's really kind of what we want. We just want oil to kind of soak in the filter. That way when it goes to cycle through the motor, it's not so much. See, so that I poured a lot of oil in there and that's already all gone. It's in the filter. So that's less oil that the filter has to pull through for the motor to circulate, you know, the oil. And so that's worth everything right there. Stop this cord.
We already know the rest of the cord to the filter. Moron.
So put a little bit in there just to flush out the old oil. Yeah. I didn't forget to put in the oil plug. That's not what I did. That's pretty snug in there. Don't overdo that bolt, but get it snug. That's not gonna come out. I recommend doing the bottom first because the flow won't be so aggressive. There we go, finally. And you'll see the rest of it flow out rather quickly. There it goes. Let's check it. So this goes on like that. And this is its own self-screwing in tool. So we're good there. Give it a little bit of flush. That's fresh. From the green stuff, that's straight 90 weight. And it's really, really superb stuff. If we're talking in terms of stuff that's going to save your gear case or take care of your gear case, she highly recommended it. So she hasn't steered me wrong yet. And you also want to push this in there. When it snugs, it just snugs and it just stops. That's it. Alright everybody, that's it. So hopefully that helps you in your journey with your outboards. This kind of is concluding my outboard series for Mercury at this point in time. I just pushed out a lot of content because it trended, my audience liked it. I'm just glad to give my audience something because they've been asking me for outboard videos for a while. No, I'm not sponsored by Mercury. No, I'm not sponsored by Fallon. I just have working relationships with people that I think are awesome, and I like to promote good products if I think it's going to benefit you guys. So with that said, check out Fallon Marine if you're interested in any portable short shaft tiller motor, anywhere from 2.5 all the way up to their 20 horse, because they're a platinum dealer. They can beat everybody out there in terms of price, including Bass Pro, and they can ship it. Anything from a 2.5 to a 20 horse. You imagine like a 20 horse motor comes in a box? This looks like they ship it like a trolling motor box. That's pretty sweet. They just show up to your door. That's awesome. It's an awesome feature. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Let me know what else, other content you want to see. Stay tuned for the 12-footer. It's coming out. Tight lines, guys. Peace.